Hey there folks, I'm Becky with Enduring Finances. Welcome to my channel. Today we're taking a look at my self-managed stock portfolio through Ally for the month of November 2024. Let's go ahead and jump into my handy dandy spreadsheet that breaks down all the numbers, all the gains, losses, and individual dividends that I earned. So let's get into it. Alright, as far as portfolio overview, we saw an increase of $1,884.99. The portfolio is now valued at $40,711.90, and this would be close of trading on the end of November, so December does not impact this yet. So we saw a market gain increase in my portfolio of 4.85%, which is the second biggest increase we've seen this year. The top one was in May, coming at 5.29%. For this year altogether, we have increased our portfolio value $7,620, about 21.21% increase. We came into this year starting at $33,090, and we're over $40,700 now, which is we've had an incredible year for my stock market portfolio, and I cannot believe that we are in $40,000 realm now, but I'm also very excited about it. I want to take a minute and I want to talk about Ally, because I have a referral code that I'm going to give you, so you can set up your own Ally stock portfolio if you would like to. If you do, I do get a small amount of money for that, but if you don't, no worries here or there. It's just something that I've used for a few years now and I actually really like it. They have very flexible trading, 0% fees on pretty much everything except for when you sell a share of stock. So if I were to sell, 10 shares of Apple, it would charge me 2 cents to do that, and everything like that is just pretty much self-managed. It's very easy, user-friendly platform, and I highly recommend them. They're what I've used since they bought out Trade King many years ago. But that's all I'm going to say on it. The link will be down below if you're interested. If not, no worries. Let's go ahead and see how my strategy of reinvesting dividends and everything else impacted the portfolio breakdown. Alright, so this was ending of October, my breakdown. We were low in real estate and materials. Trying to stay true to my target percentage, which is based off of a percentage of the overall portfolio. So this is constantly moving up and down based on individual stocks going up and down. So that was the idea, was to focus on purchasing shares of stock in real estate and materials and kind of try and bring those two sectors back up close to my target goals with that. And I feel like we did that pretty well. We went ahead and purchased 4 shares of ticker symbol RITM, which is in the real estate sector. We got them for $10.70 a piece. And then we bought 1 share of ticker symbol EMN, which is in the materials sector. That cost a whopping $102.67. So we ended up investing total earnings from dividends, $145.47 this month into new shares of stock. And then we can kind of see how this impacts at the end of November. So current breakdown is where we're at the very end of November. We can see the biggest is total dividend increase, $1,267 to $1,279. So a big jump there. Some companies did increase their dividends or have been increasing their dividends, and so that is coming through. So we're seeing $7.26 and $9.69 in total dividends for materials. And then real estate, we saw a slight increase, $412.94 to $417 as far as dividend yield from the companies that I have inside each one of those sectors. So we are moving right along with the money there. Going into December, we're going to look at focusing in real estate. It is continuing to drop. It was 13.7. We bought 4 more shares in it, invested about $40, and we're now down to 13.2% overall with that. It's still, it's mind-blowing because we purchased more, but it's down less. So companies are dropping in real estate sector. And also we're going to be focusing in the healthcare sector. It has dropped down a little bit more now. It's 3.4%. The goal is 5%. So trying to rebalance real estate and healthcare and bring those back up and just constantly managing this. But that's going to be the goal going into December and reinvesting dividends into different stocks. Let's go ahead and see the overall breadth of my dividends that I earned this month in November. So we know that we have our typically quarterly payments. We have some monthly dividend earners, but typically they're quarterly. So not all quarters are made the same. And November, which happens to be the second one in the October, November, December quarter, is not my highest month. We made $79.67. December is probably going to follow suit with that as well, probably right around $80, maybe $81 with that. So we're maybe going to get $1,200 in dividends total for the year. We will have to see how that plays out, as it is still up in the air. But I mean, we're have been increasing these numbers slowly, very slowly, but we shall see what happens with that. Let's go ahead and jump in to see the 18 individual dividends that I earned that make up the $79.67. Alright, so dividend number 1 coming on the 1st of November is ticker symbol BK, which is Bank New York Mellon Corporation. We earned $2.35 from the 5 shares that I own, and this company is up $196 in this position, coming at about 1.01% of my entire portfolio. And if we remember, the average stock company in my portfolio is about 1 to 1.5%. So anything below 1 is below average, and everything else is above. It's gonna be pretty substantial with that. Moving right along, dividend number 2 coming in again on the 1st of November is ticker symbol GIS. We earned $5.40 from the 5 shares that I own. And we are about even Steven, a loss of about 3.3%, or about $5.85. Dividend number 3 coming in again on November 1st is ticker symbol T, which is AT&T. We earned $10.82 from the 39 shares that I own. And we are down 20% loss in this position, or just shy of $230 loss. And this company does make up 2.22% of my entire portfolio, so slightly bigger with that one. Dividend number 4 coming out on the 5th of November is ticker symbol BNDX, which is the Vanguard Total International Bond ETF, one of the only ETFs that I'm invested in inside of this portfolio. We earned 29 cents from the 3 shares of this ETF, and we are holding fast with the purchase price of it for a loss of $1.77 right now. Dividend number 5 coming in on the 8th of November is ticker symbol AXP, which is American Express Company. We're in $4.90 from the 7 shares that I own, and this company is up way, way high. We're seeing a gain of $1,250.58, gain of 142% in value. This is one of the bigger companies in my portfolio, coming in at 5.24% overall, so doing phenomenal there. Dividend number 6 coming in on the 14th of November is ticker symbol AAPL, which is Apple. We had $3.75 from the 15 shares that I own, and this company is up a astounding amount of money. We are seeing a gain of $1,803 in this position from the time that I bought the shares to where they're at now, which is about 102.7% increase. So we've doubled our money from when we initially invested in these. I purchased them on average for about $109.79 a share, so doing pretty good there. And this company is the biggest holder in my portfolio, coming in at 8.74% of my entire portfolio. It is the biggest, but we have not seen the greatest gain increase in value with it. Dividend number 7 coming in again on the 14th of November is ticker symbol OKE. We're in $4.95 from the 5 shares that I own, and we're up over 143% in this position for a gain of about $334. So doing pretty fine there. Dividend number 8 coming on the 15th of November is ticker symbol ABBV. We earned $1.55 from the 1 share that I own, and we have gained $75.78 in market increase, about 70.7% overall. November 9 coming in on the 15th of November is ticker symbol COST, Costco, one of my favorite companies there. We earned $3.48 from the 3 shares that I own, and this company is doing phenomenally well. Probably the biggest return that we've seen as far as market value increase, where we have seen a gain of $1,805.54, 162.6% increase in market value. And this company is a big boy, coming in at 7.16% of my entire portfolio, so right there below Apple. It is doing phenomenally well. Very happy with Costco. Dividend number 10 coming out on the 15th of November, again, is ticker symbol KMI, which is Kinder Morgan. We're in $2.01 from the 7 shares that I own, and we are up again over 100% in this position, just shy of just over 110% increase in market value, about $103 in total gains from this. Dividend number 11 coming in again on the 15th of November, ticker symbol NNN, triple N. We're in $6.96 from the 12 shares that I own. And we are up about 10% in this position for a gain of just shy of $49.50. Dividend number 12 coming in on the 15th of November is ticker symbol O, which is Realty Income Corporation. We're at $2.90 from the 11 shares that I own, and we are down about 5.2% in this position for a loss of about $35 there. Dividend number 13 coming in again on the 15th of November, ticker symbol OHI, which is Omega Healthcare Investors. We're in $17.42 from the 26 shares that I own, and we are up over 35% in this position for a gain of almost $275. This company also comes in a little bit higher at 2.59% of my entire portfolio value. Dividend number 14, the last dividend to come in on the 15th of November, is ticker symbol STAG, which is Stag Industrial. We're at 99 cents from the 8 shares that I own, and we are almost dead even. We have seen a 0.1% increase, or about 42 cents, since I purchased these shares. Shares of stock. Dividend number 15 coming in on the 21st of November is ticker symbol SIRI, which is Sirius XM. We earned 27 cents from the 1 share that I own, and we have lost $16.51 in this share. And this, I think, might be the smallest company in my entire stock portfolio, coming in at 0.07%, so less than a tenth of my portfolio, a tenth of a percent of my portfolio. And we saw that a few months ago they did a reverse split, purchased portions of a share, so I went down from having quite a few shares to 1 share, and they adjusted the dividend to boot. It used to be 0.0266 cents, so 2 pennies and half a penny in there. You can read the numbers. With the reverse split and the adjustment, they're now paying 27 cents a share, and we lost some of our shares with this transition. They essentially gave us money and bought them out. But we are saying that is a smaller dividend that we were making before, so not the greatest thing there. Moving right along, dividend number 16 coming in on the 22nd of November, ticker symbol RY, which is the Royal Bank of Canada. It is a Canadian company, so we're seeing that 15% tax pulled out courtesy of my brokerage account Ally. So we ended up taking home $2.58 from the 3 shares that I own, and we are up over 53% in this position for a gain of about $131. Dividend number 17 coming in on the 25th of November, ticker symbol EFC, one of our monthly dividend earners. We earned $7.15 from the 55 shares that I own, and we are still down about down 32% in this position for a loss of about $317. And then dividend number 18, the last dividend this month, coming in on the 29th of November, is ticker symbol LTC, another one of my monthly dividend earners. We're in $1.90 from the 10 shares that I own, and we are staying pretty steadfast. We've seen an increase in about $10.74, so a little over $1 for each share increase. We purchased them. The average purchase price for those shares is $37.52. So slight increases there, but very happy to see that. So we've got some companies that are doing really well, and some that are not doing as hot, but we're doing pretty good overall. Let's go ahead and see how the dividends and my portfolio value increases impact the statistics and the goals for my portfolio. Alright, so looking at the statistics, my favorite part. Dividend yield for the portfolio for November was 3.14%. If we were to look at this as an average dividend yield per year, we're at $1,279.97. If we were to look at that per month, that would be $106.66. Per week, we would be making $24.61. Per day, which is one of the biggest indicators that I watch, is $3.51 average dividend income per day. Per hour, that would be 14 and 6/10 cents, and then per minute, that we're still at that 2/10 of a penny. And then if we were to compare our dividend earnings to an average 40-hour work week, we'd be making 61.5 cents an hour. We have fully come past what we dropped down to earlier this year. We were at $3.48 monthly at daily dividend yield. We dropped down again, and have slowly increased that back up. So I'm very happy to see that, and excited to see what December brings in and wraps up this year. Let's go ahead and see how we are doing with our goals, because we had some lofty goals that we probably won't hit, but who knows? Current value, $40,700, not quite to that $42,250, but we are way over the goal that I had for $34,000 market value of my portfolio. As far as total dividends this year, we're about $1,112. We might hit $1,200 dividend, but my goal was $1,400. We're not going to hit that. We're not going to have a $280 month. Average per month, $12,079.79. So that is per year. That is the wrong number there. That is per year, guys. Just ignore that one. Per day, $3.51, which is not what we wanted to hit, but could we see a 9-cent increase in dividends average per year, per day? Probably not. But we're going to keep our fingers crossed and see how December goes as far as dividend payments and portfolio value and everything that gets wrapped up into that. So I'm going to end things here. Hopefully you guys also had a fantastic November with your own investment portfolios, and I will check in with you next time. Bye, folks.